Hi, I'm CB Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. We are so happy to see you back with us for this week's Explore Tulsa. Now, Stevie, is there really a national ding-a-ling day?
Yep, every December 12th, in order to relieve a little holiday stress, people are encouraged to let their crazy bell ring a little by doing something a little bizarre or wacko in order to get a laugh or two.
Sounds like something you'd make up just to play a trick on me.
No, it's a holiday best celebrated by those with a lot of charisma and character, just like our first guest, Jay Amelia.
Jay is definitely a one-of-a-kind personality with a flair for the extravagant that comes out in his art.
I was loaned a gift is what I was. I was loaned a gift, you know, and then I worked my butt off. My mother, she was very talented, but she never got the opportunity. She was from a little town in Ohio. She made a comment way back when she saw some of the stuff I was doing, with this art teacher that she found for me, and I brought my first oil painting home. And she looked at that and she says, "We've got another Woody." And that was my Uncle Woody, my mother's youngest brother. He went to art school, became extremely successful. Well, unfortunately, he passed away at 32. That gave me a tremendous incentive. And with my mother, you know, that never got to do it. So that's where, you know, my genes were there. So when I came along, I'm the youngest of 4 boys. And I kept getting in trouble at school because I was drawing on the sides of my paper. And so she encouraged me and I started studying. She found this teacher here, a wonderful woman. And I started when I was 9 years of age. And I sold my first painting when I was about 13. And I thought, gee whiz, this is, you know, somebody's actually giving me money for this that I'm having fun doing. Anyway, grew from that, and then service came along and WW2, and the recruiter told my dad, who he knew here in town, he said, "There's a Bureau of Personnel," and I looked it up, and they have an art department, a qualification for artists. And he said, "You get Jay to put some of his work together. We're going to submit this stuff and see what happens." Well, and about 3 weeks later, I get this call that say, "You're going to New York." And there's Navy Art Department on 63rd and Broadway. So that's what I did during the Second World War. To do some of the work I was doing, I had to be cleared for top secret. And the FBI investigated us and all that stuff. And so I was assigned to a company or an outfit called the ORI, Office of Research and Invention. And we worked on the first atomic submarine, worked on the first jet seats, ejector seat for jets. And then we did manuals, training manuals. I get to New York to art school and I see all these kids in there that are just unbelievably good from all over the country. I said, what in the world am I doing up here with all this? I said, well, then I thought, okay, I'll just work twice as hard as them, you know? And I'll, you know, maybe I said, I have an average talent, but a whole lot of desire, because it was fun. And and then I found out I could make a living doing this, you know? And I set up a studio here back in 49 and started freelancing. I used to do renderings for architects, which was a fun deal. And for interior designers, I'd do pictures of, interior rooms and so forth. So, and then I started doing ads for, companies. I did a couple of some annual reports, did stuff for Oil and Gas Journal. I used to do their covers way back. I did quite a few covers for them. I've done U.S. Open 1980 in Baltusrol in New Jersey, because I've always done a lot of sports stuff. I've been on sidelines I used to be a stringer for ABC for about 30 years off and on. And OU Texas, a lot of the Super Bowl. But one of the first big ones here in town was in the lobby of the Mid-Continent building that I did called the Roughnecks. And this is a sculpture, first big sculpture that I got commissioned to do. Then I did the ballerina down on the Williams Green. That was 9 feet tall. And then my biggest piece is over in Oklahoma City. It's the All War Memorial. 90% of my time is on commission work. Somebody said, well, don't you have to be inspired? I said, oh yeah. I'd come downstairs in the morning, used to have a desk in the living room with a stack of bills on it. I'd go into the kitchen, and these 5 mouths, going, feed me, feed me. I said, I couldn't get across the driveway quick enough. The enthusiasm was just oozing out of me, because I got to go get to work, baby, I was blessed and lucky as all get out, that I get to do this, and people pay me for it.